What was the Criollos' role in the independence movements? What was the role of the Criollos in the independence movements of Latin America? The Criollos, people of Spanish descent born in the Americas, were essential players in this historical chapter. They were often wealthy and influential, yet they faced social and political marginalization from the Peninsulares, who were Spaniards born in Spain. This exclusion created a sense of dissatisfaction among the Criollos and sparked a growing identity tied to their American homeland rather than to Spain. At first, many Criollos remained loyal to the Spanish crown. This loyalty was especially evident during crises like the Napoleonic invasion of Spain. However, as Spain's grip weakened and new liberal policies threatened their economic interests, the Criollos began to shift their stance. They sought independence to protect their property, political power, and the influence of the Catholic Church. The Criollos took on leadership roles in the independence movements. They formed coalitions with other groups, including mestizos, indigenous peoples, and those of African descent. However, their primary goal was to establish a new ruling class dominated by Criollos. A notable example is Agustín de Iturbide in Mexico. He was a Criollo military officer who united various factions to declare independence in 1821 and briefly became emperor. In South America, figures like Simón Bolívar and José de San Martín, both Criollos, played vital roles in liberating several countries from Spanish rule. Their leadership was often pragmatic, focusing on securing autonomy for themselves while maintaining social order. Culturally, the Criollos expressed pride in their American birthplace. They promoted a distinct identity that included respect for indigenous heritage, even while maintaining social hierarchies. Their leadership in independence also involved efforts to create new national institutions that reflected their vision of society, often preserving privileges for themselves and the Catholic Church. In summary, the Criollos were the driving force behind the independence movements in Latin America. They combined a growing sense of American identity with political and economic motivations to challenge Spanish colonial rule. Their role was that of leaders who sought to replace peninsular dominance with Criollo control, shaping the new nations while navigating complex social dynamics inherited from colonial society.